Mr. Peter Khnik is a professor of history and director of the Nuclear Studies Institute at American University. Professor Khnik is now joining us live from Washington, D.C. Professor, thanks for your time. What do you think would change after 12 days? Will there be fresh sanctions, or will President Trump send the long-range missiles to Ukraine, which could possibly alter the trajectory of the war?
What's going to happen in the next 12 days is that Putin will be taking more and more of Ukrainian territory. The Russians are on the offensive. It looks like they're very close to taking Pokrovsk, which they've been after for a long time. That will tremendously strengthen their position in the east. So Ukraine is in a weak position. Ukrainian soldiers are demoralized. Many of them have been fighting for more than 3 years now. The desertion rates are skyrocketing. Overall, disaffection with the leadership in Ukraine is growing. 70% of the Ukrainian people in the latest polls think that the Ukrainian leadership is enriching itself in the war. And so the morale is very bad in Ukraine right now. And Russia is very much on the offensive. So the situation in 12 days, there is more talk now about the possibility that Ukraine will collapse. It's not going to happen in 12 days. But Putin sees right now that he's in a strong position and he's trying to win this militarily. The world would like to see a ceasefire, but that's going to require concessions on the part of Ukraine. Putin is demanding full control of the 4 oblasts that he claimed and now is incorporated into Russia. The Ukrainians, while Luhansk is entirely at this point in Russian hands, the other 3 oblasts aren't. So there's some negotiation that's potential about that. Ukraine will have to be neutral. Ukraine will not be allowed to join NATO. And there are other things that they're debating at this point.
Professor Khnik, why do you think Trump is now changing his stance on Ukraine? He has been against sending weapons and aid to the war-torn country. Could that also change?
A lot of what we're seeing now, in terms of what Trump is doing on all fronts, is to try to distract from the scandal at home, which is an increasing controversy here, and that's the Epstein scandal. Trump has betrayed his base, and they are up in arms. They are very, very angry right now. So Trump has done several things to try to deflect attention. This is changing now to a 10 to 12 day deadline is one of the things. Threatening to prosecute Obama for treason is another thing. There have been a series of attempts, but Trump has been strangely unable to deflect attention from the Epstein scandal. We know from a lot of sources that he is furious. He's fuming about this, but he can't change the discussion right now. So this seems to be another in a series of attempts to deflect attention away from the Epstein scandal, which is landing him in hot water, not only with the country, but with his own MAGA base.
Professor Khnik, finally and very quickly, Trump promised Patriots about 2 weeks ago, but still there's no clarity when Ukraine would get them. How do you see that situation unfolding?
Not just Patriots, there were other munitions that he was providing, other rockets and missiles. But Zelensky claims that Germany and Norway have given financing for 3 Patriot systems. He's in discussions with the Dutch. They want to get 10 Patriot systems overall. So 3 are apparently on the way. The U.S. says it will provide them, but they want Europeans to pay for them. That seems to be in the works, but we don't have any clarity on how quickly they're going to be delivered. And since Ukraine is in such a weak position now, an almost desperate position, if they're not delivered very quickly, then they're not going to be of any meaningful use. So the U.S. is trying to speed that up, but and give some from America's own stockpiles that will then be replenished. But what Ukraine is facing now goes much deeper than that, the crisis that they're facing. And if Russia does take Pokrovsk in the next few days or week or so, then Ukraine's position militarily in the battlefield will be even weaker, dramatically so.
All right. Professor Khnik, it's good to see you. Thank you very much for talking to us today. We'll have to leave it there.
Thanks for having me.